The killing of Renee Good in Minneapolis on Wednesday is being justified by White House and DHS officials, but video from the incident refutes nearly all of the claims that the government is making. I'm Justin Glawe, a journalist who has been covering police violence and American unrest for more than a decade for publications like The Guardian, Rolling Stone, Zeteo, The Washington Post, and many more. You can find most of my work these days at my newsletter on Substack, American Doom. Good has been accused of trying to box in ICE agents as they were carrying out an immigration enforcement operation in Minneapolis. DHS Secretary Kristi Noem, Vice President J.D. Vance, and others have said that Good's actions amounted to a lethal threat against the agents there that day. But video from the incident shows that some of the agents, at least, did not really consider Good to be a lethal threat. Just before the portion of the video that everyone has seen by now in which Good was killed, another portion of the video shows something that I think a lot of people have missed. It shows a law enforcement vehicle closer to frame than Good's SUV. Good can be seen leaning out of her window and waving that vehicle through. The vehicle then passes her without incident. As a second vehicle approaches and two immigration agents get out, Good can be heard saying, "Go around." The agents ignore her and approach her vehicle anyway. At that point, one of the agents starts trying to grab her door handle and even reaches inside the vehicle, which is not really something that's taught to any law enforcement officer. You never want to reach into a vehicle because it puts you at risk of being dragged in case the person tries to drive away. At the same time, Jonathan Ross, the agent who shot and killed Good, is near the front of her vehicle with his phone out and filming her. She may not even have known that Ross was there. This is in direct contrast to what Noem and Vance and many others are saying, that Good purposefully rammed Jonathan Ross in an attempt to harm him.
A woman attacked them and those surrounding them and attempted to run them over and ram them with her vehicle.
President Trump himself said that Good, quote, viciously, willfully, and violently ran over Ross. This doesn't appear to be the case based on video evidence of the incident, nor does it appear to be the case that Ross was run over. In fact, of all the videos that there are of this incident, Ross never even loses his footing. He's never knocked to the ground. And in fact, by the time he fires the second and third shots into Good's vehicle, the SUV is already well past him. Regardless of whatever happened on that street before bystanders began recording the videos that we've all seen, virtually nothing that happens on those videos lines up with the government's position about what happened that day. For instance, what is Donald Trump talking about when he says that Jonathan Ross was ran over? He says it multiple times. In fact, he doubled down in an interview with the New York Times, again saying that Ross was run over by Good. Again, Ross never loses his footing. After firing 3 shots into Good's vehicle, he calmly walks towards the SUV as it crashes into a parked car just down the street. Afterwards, another video shows Ross calmly walking away from the scene. Trump has said that Ross is lucky to be alive, and him and Noem have said that he was treated for his injuries at a local hospital. What are those injuries? There appear to be none, and that's just one of the many instances in the tragic and unnecessary killing of Good in which the facts of what happened don't line up with what the Trump administration is saying.